Hi, so good morning to all. We're going to start the ninth lesson, which is angle. So have the date. Okay, topic lesson number 9, angles. Okay, okay. So what are the angles? We know there are 5 angles: acute, right, straight, obtuse, straight, and then reflex angle. Right? All the 5 types. Is acute, right, obtuse, straight, and finally we have reflex angle. We note it down. This we have done in yes here also. Red 6. Okay. Then today we are going to learn dynamic or static angle. What is this dynamic and static? What is the word meaning of dynamic and static? Yes, dynamic is something changing, not uniform, right? Static means it's uniform. So we have dynamic angles and static angles. First we'll see what are dynamic angles. First we'll see what are static angles. What can you say of the angle which forms with the edge of this whiteboard, edge of the table, edge of a book? What can you say about the angle formed with the two edges? This angle. Yes? When you take a wheel, when you take a bicycle wheel, right? What can you say about the angle formed with this two? Those are static, right? So which we can call, if the magnitude is not changing, the magnitude is not changing, we can call it as a static angle. Magnitude of the angle does not change. Does not change. Magnitude of this angle does not change. Is static angles, right? So we can have examples. Angle between the edges of table. Angle between edges of the table. And angle between two pairs of the roof. Angle between pairs of the roof, right? Those angles are not changing. And we have dynamic angle. What is mean by dynamic angles? The magnitude of the angle changes is called dynamic. So what are the examples? What are the examples? We have an angle between the hands of a clock. Angle between the hands of a clock. Right? Then we have angle between the screen and keyboard, the laptop. Okay, so these are called static and dynamic angles. Okay, so quickly note it down. And clockwise and anti-clockwise. What is mean by clockwise and anti-clockwise? Now you have the clock, right? You have the minute hand and hour hand. Both the hands will go in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 in this way, right? The direction which the clock hands are moving, we take it as clockwise. So if we take like this, 2 o'clock, right? 2 o'clock or 1 o'clock, then we'll be having 2 o'clock, 1 o'clock. We'll take it as yes, 1 o'clock, 12 o'clock. Yes, 12 o'clock. Right, so the clock hand moves in which direction? Minute hand, both the hour hand and minute hand moves. So this direction, we call it as clockwise. This direction, we call it as clockwise. The other way, this way, we call it as anti-clockwise. The opposite way, opposite direction from the clock. Opposite direction of that, opposite direction of that, the as the rotation of the arms, rotation of the arms of a clock is anti-clockwise. Right. Quickly note it down. Okay, right? So then, now you know clockwise, anti-clockwise, and the 5 types of angle. What are the 5 types? Acute, right, obtuse, straight and reflex angle. Then dynamic and static angles also there. Okay, so now only we are going to enter the today's lesson. First of all, we have to learn how to name an angle. Now, no, this is an angle, but we should know how to name. You have to tell someone, oh, this is the angle. So how do you tell it? So, write the subtopic, naming angles. Okay, we have how an angle is formed. How an angle is formed. Give me 1 minute. Okay, right. How an angle is formed. When two straight lines meet at one point, an angle is formed, right? So, what can you say about uh, I'll take it like these are called arms of the angle, right? Right? Then this point, the point which the two straight lines meet, we call it as vertex of the angle. Vertex of the angle. Vertex of the angle. So if you name it as ABC, B is the vertex of the angle. BC and AB are the arms of the angle. Right? So now we learn how to name it. We will be having, can name this as two angles, right? I'll make, I'll mark some English letters A, B, C, right? A, B, C. This angle, the red color angle, right? Red color angle, I can name that one as the vertex is B, where the angle is formed at B. So I will put a hat on B. Then I can write AC on either side. This angle, red color angle is ABC. Or you can write, so no problem. B is the hat. I can write CA also. The same meaning, no problem. ABCO, CBA, no problem, right? Then What can I say about the blue color angle? How can I name that angle? The same letters, no? How can I name that one? The same thing, but this angle is the reflex angle. So you can name it as reflex ABC angle or C reflex CBA, right? Normal, the normal angle, the inner angle, I mean the small angles, acute angles, angles which are greater than 180, we call it as reflex angle. So we name the angle as reflex angle ABC. Or sometimes in some books, or not some books, somewhere you can find most of the, this is the standard way of somewhere you can see this way. They will mark the angle and write ABC. So this is also angle ABC means the angle is on B. O EB. So same thing, angle CBA means angle is on B. Right? Okay, so note it down, the naming. These ones, how can we name? X, Y, Z, or Z, Y, X. This one we can name it as PQR. This one L, M, N, or NML. Somehow the head should be there on the vertex of the angle. Okay, right. Okay, right. Then we'll move on to measuring the angles. Right. For measuring angles, now this is the important part of this lesson. Measuring angles, you need a protractor. Protractor. How do you measure angles? What is the instrument used? Instrument used is this one, which you can find in the instrument box. Mathematical instrument box, you can find this. This is called a protractor, right? Angles are measured. How do you measure? What is the unit? Angles are measured in degrees. You can see in the protractor from 0 to, now this is a straight line. You can see this one. From 0 to 180, 180 degrees are there in one protractor, right? So we'll learn one by one. Write the topic, measuring angles. Angles, right? Then put a star mark and write the standard unit used to measure angle is degree. 1 degree is written as, write with me, this way. Okay, so you can replace this by all the 1 degree. Instrument used, to measure angle is called a protractor. Right? Numbered from 0 to 180 degrees, clockwise and anti-clockwise. Line indicates 0, 0 is called the baseline. Is called the baseline. Okay, right. Then keep your protractor on the book. After this, after writing this, on the next rule, keep your protractor and draw, trace it. Okay, right? Then get the ruler. Here you will be having the baseline. Trace the protractor by looking at this. Right? Sorry. Right? So you can see two scales are there. 0, 180, and here you will be at 90. Here it is 0, is 180. Right? So I'll mark 30, and here you will have the other scale You can see two scales are there, right? So you have to mark it properly. I just marked it 170, 160. Okay. So this scale we call it as outer scale, right? This one we call it as inner scale. This we call it as inner scale. Wait, I'll make it bigger. Inner scale. And this point we call it as origin, and this will be the baseline, right? So here you will be have two scales. You can see, right? You can see this is the inner scale and this one is the outer scale, you know, in and out, right? So you can see this line we call it as the baseline. Here you call it as origin, right? So you can draw it in your book. Okay, right. Then turn to take your textbook, right? I hope you can see it. Now put there, we will mark, measure the magnitudes. We call it as magnitude, right? The angle, call it as magnitude. Okay, so we'll try to find x, y, z, x, y, z, x, y, z. X, y, z means this whole angle is how much? Is equal to 180 degrees. Next is ZYA. ZYA. ZY is which angle? This angle. Right? ZYA is this angle. So we are going to measure it from the protector. What is the magnitude? So now tell me. Now A is passing through this way. The line is passing through. So this is the magnitude. So now tell me, is it 20 or 160? 20 or 160? Now we are starting from here. No? 160 is starting from here. We are starting from here. We need this part, only this part, only this part, right? So we are measuring from this side. No, see, we are measuring from this side. So you have to get the inner scale. Measuring from this side means measuring from this side means measuring from this side. You have to get the inner scale. Get the inner scale. So that which is equal to 20 degree. Right. We'll see now XYC. XYC. XYC is this part. XYC. Now you are starting from this side. Now we are measuring from this side. So then you have to get which scale? Outer scale. When you are measuring from this side, you have to get the outer scale. So when you go with outer scale, you meet with 90 degree. Okay. BYZ. BYZ. BYZ is this angle. So you are going from this side. So you have to get the inner scale. This angle 60 degree. Okay. XYB. XYB is this angle. Now, you're going from this side. So you have to get the outer scale. Outer scale, so which is equal to 120 degrees. Okay. Right. C, Y, Z. C, Y, Z. C, Y, Z. C, Y, Z is which angle now? All the angles are together. C, Y, Z is this angle. So we are going from this side. You have to get the inner scale, which is to 90. XYA. XYA. XYA is which angle? This angle. We are coming from this side. So therefore, you have to get the outer scale. Is equal to 160 degrees. ZYD. ZYD. I will erase all this. ZYD. This angle. Right, so we are coming from this side. You have to check the inner scale. Is equal to 106. I haven't put the data, so you have to write the magnitude. Please, not just a value. Okay. Right. Okay, right. We'll see. First is you have to draw a straight line. And then we'll mark it A, B. Right? Then place the projector on B. A or B, no problem. So we'll take it B. So how do you place it? The origin should be on this point. The origin. It's not like this, right? The baseline should be on the line which we drew, and the origin, this line should be, okay? Right, again I'll show you. This is the point. It is not like this, the baseline, right? And this one you can see origin, right? Origin should be here, right? Okay, so now we are drawing ABC, no? ABC, ABC. So now we have to draw which angle? 45. So if I start from here, inner one, 45, 0, 10, 20, 35, 45. Here I can mark it. If I mark it like this, is it correct? This will be 45, but we need ABC. So therefore, I have to get the outer scale. Now we are measuring from this side. 45 is where? 45 is here. So we'll keep a mark and then remove the projector. You can draw the line. So you can copy it from some place and mark it as C. This angle is 45 degrees. Okay. Okay, right. Shall we draw another angle? We'll draw PQR is equal to 65 degrees. Okay. So same way, draw a straight line. Have it as PQ. Then now I'm going to, now we drew with outer scale. Now I'm going to show you how to draw with inner scale. Then you have to keep it on P. Keep the protector on P. Right? Origin and the baseline should be on the point P. Right? Now you have to get, now we are from measuring from this side. So you have to get the inner scale. 65. 60 and 65 is here. Okay. Then draw the line. This angle is 65 degrees. Okay. Right. So you can do exercise 9.4. Question number 1. You can do exercise 9.4. Question number 1 as homework. Right. I hope you can understand drawing angles. Then we have to draw reflex angles. We have to learn how to draw reflex angle. There are two methods to draw reflex angles. Drawing reflex angle. Right? Method 1. Reflex angle is something which is greater than 180 degrees. Is greater than 180 degrees, right? So if I ask you to draw ABC, which is equal to 200 degrees, which is greater than 180, means it's a reflex angle. So how do you draw this? This one you can draw two different methods. First one, 200 minus 180 will be equal to 20 degrees, right? Will be equal to 20 degrees. So you can draw a straight line, keep the protector, right? And then draw the 20 degree. And then draw the 20 degree, right? Okay. So this whole thing, this will be 20, no? This whole thing will be 180 plus 20 will be 200. This whole thing will be the reflex angle. Method 2. Method 2 is again we'll draw is equal to 200 degree. Next method is 360 minus 200, which is equal to 160 degree. Is equal to 160 degree. So you can draw, draw the straight line, keep the protector, and draw 160. Right? 160. But the reflex angle is what? The reflex angle is 160 something. The reflex angle is what? This one is the reflex angle. Right? So here it will be B. So we are keeping on B, no? ABC. Right? Okay. So right, note it down. You have to draw using the protector. Okay. Right. So then you can do exercise 9.5, question number 4 as homework. Okay. Right. So then this is all about angle lesson. So we will practice more sums. We will do more sums in the paper revision class, right? All the exercises, and we'll draw angles and we'll measure angles in the paper revision class, right? So if you have any doubt when you are doing any sum, you can ask me. Right, so stay safe and have a nice day, everyone. Bye.